I didn't watch that so that I could actually try and do this without completely breaking down. First and foremost, thank you to all of you for being here this evening. None of this exists without your support. I actually first met some of the amazing folks from Cure several years ago in what seems like another life. Once upon a time, I sold and coordinated events for a Tom Colicchio restaurant in New York City. During my time there, we hosted a fundraiser for Cure at the restaurant. I knew nothing about Cure or epilepsy, but I thoroughly enjoyed working with their team and was moved by their mission. I looked forward to the chance to work with them again, but never thought it would be quite in this capacity. One year ago, last Friday, Adelaide had her first seizure.
Over the next 10 days, we received the life-altering news that Adelaide was epilepsy and that our family would be moving to Chicago. Once we came up for air, we knew that we had to call Cure.
And it was one of the best decisions I made.
After witnessing Adelaide's first seizure in May, at the same time, Hamilton was entering my life. I never could have imagined taking the stage over at the Private Bank Theater for 7 shows a week, or standing in front of you here today on this stage. We are incredibly grateful to have a platform available to us so that we can raise awareness.
And money.
Money. But make no mistake, David has said numerous times, this is not a club that we ever wanted to be part of. That said, we could not be more grateful for this community and that it exists, and it has welcomed us with open arms. The first time Kelly visited Cure, she came home talking really fast about the research projects they were funding, including epilepsy research, with genetics initiatives, which could continue to follow Adelaide's genetics and follow Adelaide's genetics as discoveries occur daily. She spoke of their warmth and their willingness to assist us in any way they could. She insisted I meet them as soon as possible because, in true fashion of my wife, she had already volunteered us to help them in every way we could.
The months leading up to that visit at the Cure office had been some of the hardest of our lives. As Adelaide's seizures had progressed and we received the diagnosis of infantile spasms, the doctor followed the devastating news by letting us know that there was no cure. Any hope we had for a normal future for Adelaide was sucked out of the room. It wasn't until that first visit to the Cure office that I allowed myself to hope again. Through Cure, we have met an entire network of people who understand the trials of this journey. Epilepsy may present itself differently in our lives, but the frustration, loneliness, and desperation is the same. Perhaps even more importantly, we found fellow fighters, an army of parents and siblings, cousins, and friends who will not give up until a cure is found. We will forever be indebted to Susan and the rest of the founders for having the vision to bring such strong people together. You see, in our day-to-day lives, we often feel at a loss, not knowing how in the world to help our daughter. But Cure has given us a purpose, a cause for a greater fight.
We are fighting so that no one ever has to count how many seizures happen in a day, or to keep track of the number of days since the last seizure. We are fighting so that nobody ever has to keep an ongoing log of the side effects of the next drug. We are fighting for a day when closets, cabinets, and drawers no longer need to be filled with medications and medical supplies.
We are fighting for a day when parents no longer have to cross their fingers in hopes of getting their favorite phlebotomist or EEG tech. For a day that a social media scroll is a little less painful because a family's normal gets closer to that of everyone else's. We are fighting tonight and every day after so that someday a doctor will instead follow up an epilepsy diagnosis with a treatment plan for a full recovery. We believe with all of our hearts that this organization is the best opportunity we have to make those dreams a reality.
Which is why, tonight, we ask you to help us support this organization that means more to our family than we can ever articulate tonight from here. So, I need a drink. Is anybody having a shot? Maybe like a shot. What do you think? What? Oh, look at that. Everybody has a shot. Let's grab these shots. And I want everybody to repeat after me, right? Everybody repeat after me and say, I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Come on. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. This is our shot. This is your shot to make a difference. Cheers. So, now that you're all liquored up, so why we're here is because what Cure needs and what epilepsy needs and what we all need is help and support, and that comes in lots of forms, but one of them is money. So where's my G-Man? G-Man, get over here.
Hey now.
This guy knows how to do this.
Hey now.
I'd like to welcome Greg to the stage.